How are we getting on, folks? Look at we have already covered Leopardstown, so we may as well crack into Limerick. We won't spend too much time on this. We'll just fly through it. Very, very interesting card. I suppose there is some big price each ways, not necessarily as big price as the 50-1 in Leopardstown, but um, overall, look at we are hoping for some nice places and some to pick up some nice prize money altogether. 12:20 first race off. I'm going with the old timer here, the 12-year-old, all the chimneys. Very, very consistent for Leonard Flynn and Connor Brazil claiming £5. This one here definitely looks very, very interesting. It was just, I suppose, held last time by two very much younger competitors last time. Generally very, very consistent. Should run his race. Looks like the change of stable has given him a new lease of life. Overall, I'd be very, very happy with him. And I think 5-1 is not necessarily overpriced, but it's at a price that I'd be willing to take for all the chimneys. Next race off then the 12:55. And we're going for a quick turnaround winner here with Earth's Fury is won here on Stevens's day. Going back again with Jordan Canavan on board. This one here definitely looks massively overpriced. 5-1 at the moment. I can't see him lasting that by this time tomorrow. I think he is well thrown in. Jordan Canavan claiming 7 again. Won very, very handily last time out. Should be able to put up 2 or 3 wins on the bounce. And I have no reason why I wouldn't believe it. Given the fact that he is a Geldon, yet he's getting £6 off Tom Gibney's horse Regina Draconis, who realistically is in very, very good form as well. But like, this horse has been absolutely thrown in here. I can honestly say that it's going to be a very, very hard horse to stop, and very, very best of luck to Jordan Canavan on board. I know he's going to be watching in now, knowing that he has the ride on for tomorrow. I'd be very, very happy with our Fury's chances, and I want to see Jordan Canavan getting the win. Jordan, if you're watching this, make sure to give Shane Rooney, the Peaky blogger, an old shout out there now when you're getting interviewed by Kevin O'Ryan tomorrow, with the help of God. Anyway. Next race off then, the 1:30. Not going to spend too much time on this. Tiupu had Quilixius well held last time out. Realistically, it's his race to lose. I was going to say it's her race to lose, but it's his race to lose. Look, we're not going to spend too much time on it. Double it up with Sharjah. Double it up with maybe, who else am I saying? Maybe even Run Wild Fred. Stick them 3 in a treble, and I think that's a very, very nice payday at the moment. Next race off then, the 2:05. This one here, I'm going to take a bit of a chance. I suppose, look at it is. I suppose, look at it's going back to sentimental value. Obviously, look at the people that own it are the same people that own Sky Ace. I'm great friends with Cathal McHugh and the boys in among the syndicate. I know they're probably all watching as well. So look at, I think it's got a great overall chance. I think coming in here, it's a fairly nicely bred horse, and it is a very talented horse as well. You just go down through the Punchestown Fairy House in Navan Farm, Carlogo, Briga, Pienta, Andaluza. Obviously, Andaluza, very, very talented horse for Willie Mullins. Third next time out, then behind Chosen Mate, Cheltenham Festival winner, and Ocean Voyage. Poseidon was in behind it then. Obviously, look, we know what Poseidon has done. Next race off then in Navan, Our Legend won it, but Volatile Lady was second, Burkassa was third, and Fenta de Zoba was fourth. But look at overall, I think it's a generally very consistent, a very consistent horse, very consistent mare. And look at realistically, I'm hoping for a fairly nice performance here, 20-1. Not necessarily thinking it's going to win, but just a nice performance. I'd like to see the horse running on for in the top 5 finish or top 6 finish in a race of this standard. And we already know, look at it, does like big fields, and this one here is not overly big, but it's not, wouldn't be a small field either at the same time. I think 20-1 is overpriced given the form. With look at, there's Cheltenham form even in that. So look at, realistically, it's hard to look past, especially with the price at 20-1. Next race off then, the 240. This one here, I am going to be going with a horse I particularly like the look of in a Ballinrobe run. Obviously it was third at 20-1 behind Cream Sparkles and Chicago Time. Obviously, look at Cream Sparkles ran an absolute cracker of a race in Galway the time before that, and Chicago Time was very well fancied as well. It was well ahead of the fourth place, 17 lengths in fact, ahead of Drifting Back, Will You Win, Cute Cherry, Samos Island, and the rest were all pulled up or non-runners. And look at it, in terms of that sort of form, not really great, but when you look at Glenn Gooley's form, it's not really great either. Like he's been well beaten, and it's not, well, no, he wasn't well beaten, but he's been beaten at fairly short prices. I know, look at, in overall form, he is the one they all have to beat, especially given the form of the Willie Mullins stable at present time. But my honest opinion, I think Malheur Mission is a better horse than Glenn Gooley, and overall, I think that is going to be the icing on the cake tomorrow. Look, I could be wrong. Glenn Gooley could go out and win by 40 lengths tomorrow, for all I know. I just think in terms of overall form and in overall price points, Malheur Mission is technically the better horse, and 10-3 is the better price. So why would I not go with 10-3 for Malheur Mission tomorrow? Next race off then, the 310, and personally speaking, I think this one here is going to be my best chance of the day. Pertuis, I can't pronounce it there. Number 8, 9-4, second favorite, whatever way you want to look at it there, for John Queally and Donny McInerney. I think this one here is definitely the best chance of the day. When you look at the form in heavy ground, it absolutely loves heavy ground, and that's exactly what it's getting tomorrow. Put in some fairly decent runs. It wasn't necessarily a bad run last time out in Thurles. Just, I suppose it was well, I suppose, look at it, was 10-3, so it was a fairly poor run. But in terms of the Fairy House, I suppose, look at, that was on good ground, so you could make cases that it doesn't go on good ground. But like when you look at the Fairy House form from February and heavy ground, is an Avi, Brookline, Show Business, and Purchase ahead of Divas, Diane, Brides Hill, who won last time out in Leopardstown there on Monday, beaten Surprise Package, and we already know that form has come in with serious with serious I suppose potential, you could say. And look at, like, that was 13 3/4 lengths, and Brides Hill is now rated 121, yet Purchase is rated 109. So it's 12 pounds well in, you could say. I personally think, look, at Purchase should be winning this in all seriousness and in all honesty. Now, final race then, 340. There's already a bit of a gamble going on with Malco for JP McManus, Robert Tyner, and Mark Walsh. I definitely think that is very, very interesting, given the fact that look at the fact that JP is a Limerick man and he likes winners in his local track. But for me, the one that I'm liking, course and distance winner, generally fairly consistent performer, is the Ballyboys at 6-1. I think that's worth a bit of an each way. I don't think I'd be going in on the win. If the winner there today gets the run tomorrow, I'd be very, very surprised at Don Rua Dream. Even though, look at it, did win very, very snugly. But I just don't know. I don't think I can't see it. I can't see it running. If it does run, I'd take 5-1, no bother for it. But each way, I think 6-1 for the Ballyboys is personally the way to go. Can't really look past it. It's course and distance winner, likes its run around Limerick. I think it's generally fairly good on heavy ground. Yeah, okay. So it was second here last time at 40-1, 40-1. Behind Sheriff Delisle, ahead of Sweet Street, first class return, Spancet Hill, Sistinal. Ballet Fox, Notice the Close, My Old Gold, Nichols Milan, Seskinan, and the rest all pulled up. Not a bad field of handicap horses, might I add. Generally, look at, I think it's got a fairly decent overall chance, and it should be definitely thereabouts. Can't really can't really say too much else. I think 6-1 is definitely a fairly nice each way shout. Sefton Warrior might be, that was running there today, wasn't it? It was running today in Leopardstown. I can't imagine it'll be going to Limerick tomorrow. If it does, might be something in the water. I don't know, but didn't run a great race there today. So I'd imagine that Shark Handling is going to be covering it up for the night now to tonight. So I don't know. I think the Ballyboys 6-1 overall, probably the one I'd be going with there. But look, I'm going to leave it there. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Tell all your friends, do whatever you want, and the most important thing, have the best of luck in the world tomorrow and enjoy the race. And I think it's definitely going to give us plenty to scream and shout about, even if we don't get too many winners. If Bold Approach and Fanta de Zobo are thereabouts in the finish, come this time tomorrow, we'll have plenty to scream and shout about at 50-1 and 20-1. But look, I'm going to leave it there. Best of luck tomorrow. I'll leave it linked in the description below for Patreon. If you want to sign up to that, I leave it down there. And yeah, the very best of luck tomorrow. Hopefully we're on the back of plenty of winners.